Are you a leader, young or old? And you have the absolute privilege of leading this amazing set of people known as Gen Z. But it's getting really frustrating. You want to pull out your hair, you want to pull out their hair. Like, why can't they get the job done like you have told them to? Relax, my darling, because in this video I'm going to give you 2 really simple mantras that you must never forget when it comes to your leadership, because if you start to do it now, it has the power to significantly move the needle in the direction that you desire, plus give you the results that you were so desperate for in your leadership. Girl, you're welcome. Shalom, best lifers. Welcome to Your Best Life with Eziaha. This is your girl, Eziaha Balaji, and here on my YouTube channel, we talk faith, we talk family, we talk fitness, and we talk leadership. Every of these things is so important to me. And this particular video, we're focusing on leadership. Look, I love being a leader. God has called me to be a leader. And on top of that calling, I have layered trainings and everything I can to just be a better leader. So I've read so many books and I continue to do it. I've gone for events, programs, courses, podcasts, you name it, girl. I have invested so much in my leadership, and like I said, I continue to do so because I'm now really passionate about leadership. And while leadership can be hard and it can be challenging, I think that's even the right word, it can have its challenges. I also know that there's some things that we suffer in leadership, especially at the beginning stages, that we don't have to. That's because there's such a gap in our leadership. So hopefully with this video, I can help bridge one of those gaps. This won't be everything you need to know, because like I said, I constantly continue to invest in my leadership. And of course, I'm still learning. There's still much more to learn. But I know that if you start to apply this now, we can truly help, especially if you lead younger people. This is really important. You want to listen closely. So girl, are you ready to hear it? Girl or guy? Are you ready? No, I can hear you. You ready? Okie dokes. Listen, simple. Never forget. R and R. R and R. And that's what? Remind and repeat. Yep, as simple as this sounds, it is so powerful. And if you remember it every single day, my goodness, you're going to get results that will shock you. Now, why a lot of people don't do this is that it can get annoying. I mean, if I tell you to do something, why do I have to keep reminding you? Why do I have to keep repeating it? Why do I have to keep giving all these gentle reminders? My sister, remember that I said it happens a lot at the beginning of your leadership or any leadership role that you have been put into. And you don't really know the capacity and the discipline levels and even the growth levels of the people that you're currently leading. So to save yourself all of this heartache, I do it a lot. Once I come into a new place and I'm leading, my goodness, remind and repeat. I want something from you. I cannot ask you 2 hours before then, no way. I would have told you days before. Then leading up to that time, I continue to remind, repeat. Is it annoying? Yes, but it gets the job done. And that's what you want. You want the job to be done. So you do what it takes, right? Right, you're a leader. Like my leadership hero would say, you're a leader. Lead. Okay, so let me give you a couple of reasons why you have to remind and repeat, because you need proof, right? Let me help you. Number 1, it's a distracted economy right now. Distracted world. I mean, attention spans are short, getting shorter. Different things are pulling for people's attention. Well, it's not the best, but it's what it is. So if something is really important to you, then you're going to remind and you're going to continue to repeat. And hey, sometime soon in this video, I'm going to tell you what this looks like practically for me so that you can know how to apply this, my R and R principle. So people are really distracted. Anything you can do to kind of bring their attention back to what it is you want, please do it. Number 2, I kind of hinted it in number 1. It's important to you. It might not be that important to them. Yep, sounds harsh, but that's what it is. I've learned it. I want it. They don't really want it like me, but they're in charge of it. So I cannot just tell them, hey, I need this thing on Wednesday. Then on Wednesday afternoon, I'm like, where is it? No way. It's important to me. If it's important to me, if it's important enough to me, then hey, I'm going to remind and I'm going to repeat until I get what I'm looking for. Number 3, sometimes people don't know. They're just not that disciplined. Remember I talked about Gen Z. A lot of them are young. They haven't really come into this kind of responsibility before. And we cannot demand of people what we have not first invested in them. So teach them. Teach them. Teach them by modeling it. Remind and repeat. Remind and repeat. Don't demand of them what you haven't invested in them, because guess what, darling? That is a recipe for frustration. Plus, you hardly get the job done. Number 4, people sometimes are just plain indisciplined. They're just not disciplined. They're just sometimes flat learning curves, and that's what it is. I mean, obviously there's a whole nother conversation of whether you want to have such people on the team or not, but hey, that is what it is. Okay, so one other tip that you want to bring into this R&R principle is something I learned from my leadership hero, Groeschel, and it is artificial deadlines. Artificial deadlines, and this is so powerful. Like, I love it. For everything I do, I always have that artificial deadline, especially when it involves people. So this is what it looks like practically. For me, a particular role that I lead, there are some things I need on Wednesday and on Saturday. So I don't just assign it and I'm like, oh, I expect you to just check the timetable and no, if I need it on Saturday, I'm coming to you on Wednesday, right after the other one has gone for Wednesday, and I'm like, hey, you're supposed to provide this on Saturday. Can I please get it on Friday morning? Yes, I need it Saturday evening, but I'm asking for it on Friday morning. But I don't stop on that Wednesday, oh, no way. Thursday morning, I'm like, hello, how you doing? I'm just expecting this thing. Thursday afternoon, hey, hope you're having a great day. Don't forget. Thursday night, good night. Don't forget. Friday morning, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get it. Is it annoying? Yes. It's annoying, but it gets the job done. And I actually want to deliver on the things that have been entrusted to me. So I don't mind being annoying. I don't mind. Let's all be annoying if it's going to get us the job done. But just to balance this out, you're not going to do it all the time in your leadership. This happens a lot when you're in a new role or you're just a new leader, because the more you do it, the more people learn, the less you have to do it. But don't ever throw away this principle completely, because one other thing I thought I missed out on saying was that sometimes people are genuinely involved in many other things and they forget. I mean, there are times I have forgotten something very genuinely. I'm not indisciplined, I'm not lazy, I'm not distracted, I just genuinely forgot. So people are not always going to need those constant reminders, but at the beginning, please do it. But even as people get better, don't throw it away completely. Instead, what you want to do is now start to train them to set up systems in their lives that remind them and then cause them to remember what it is they're supposed to do. And even you too, you set up those systems in your life. So hey, it's just really tough at the beginning, but as time goes on and you're growing with the team, you realize that they're doing a whole lot better. But never forget that principle, R&R, because why? Sometimes people genuinely get involved in other things and they may forget. So I want to talk a little bit about my leadership hero, and I want to just invite you, if you're a leader, to his leadership podcast right here on YouTube. I'm going to put the link down here so you can go and subscribe. You can join his leadership channel. His leadership resources have radically changed my own leadership. I've listened to him consistently now for maybe 4 years. Yep, and I have grown so much. I continue to follow him. So I'm just, if you're leading anywhere in any capacity and you know that this is something that you're going to do for a long time, then I want to encourage you to join the Groeschel podcast leadership family. And while you're there, girl, you better subscribe to this channel. Yes, subscribe to this channel too. I also want to hear from you. Like, what do you think about this R&R principle? Is it something that you started to do, or like, hey, you're like, this thing is what is missing. This is why I've been frustrated. I'm coming to ask somebody for a project due today. No. Let me know your thoughts on this. And hey, I love leadership questions. So if you have any leadership cues, you can drop it down there and I will try to answer it in the comment, or I'll do a whole video talking about it if it's a huge topic. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to share. If you know any leader who's struggling, hey, just give her the link as a gift. Be like, girl, you don't need to struggle. Eziaha has done something for you and you can check it out here. I'd really appreciate it, and she or he would really appreciate it too. So until I see you in my next video, continue to live your best life, and shalom, because the prayer of shalom contains all of the prayers, which is the peace of God.